I know what's the matter. It's the change.
You mean spring is coming?
No, Ma. Not the seasons. I'm talking about life. Don't you see the forgetfulness, the hot flashes? It's the change of life.
Oh, my. At my age?
Some 50 years ago, All in the Family, one of America's top comedy series, took on the subject of menopause, bringing attention to the various ways to deal with it. After a noticeable drought, suddenly menopause is a hot topic again, fueled by a new generation of women unwilling to stand on the sidelines of their own medical care.
The bottom line is, for too long, menopause has been overlooked, underinvested in, and left behind.
It's a subject once taboo, now being heard loud and clear.
I'm in menopause! Okay? And that's why I'm having this issue!
He had it coming.
With women of all stripes sharing stories.
The #1 symptom across the board in both perimenopause and menopause.
Do you remember?
Online and in primetime. A cause celeb on the issue of menopause. 47 million women enter the change each year. Many, like 53-year-old Monica Khan, suffer in silence.
Hot flashes, anxiety, night sweats, irritability. I mean, this is fantastic.
So she signed up for Empower Camp. We tagged along for the 4-day holistic menopause retreat at Canyon Ranch Health Spa in the Massachusetts Berkshires. A regimen promising relief, education, and counseling.
Neutral spine, here we go.
Through yoga, weight training,
one step down, one down,
and even cold plunges.
Good girl.
Activities once seen as a bit extreme.
What are you hoping to take away from this experience?
I want to take away an attitude that I'm looking forward to my next chapter and not that something has just ended. And what I'm learning here at Canyon Ranch is that I don't know how much training our doctors even get. The mental health component of it, how to address that, how healthy basic foods can help you get through the day and how they affect your metabolism and your anxiety.
Here, medical diagnosis is key.
This takes like less than a minute.
Especially, says Dr. Jennifer Baker-Porozinski, when it comes to detecting osteopenia, or bone thinning, and osteoporosis, bone loss.
So when we hit menopause, it's the lack of estrogen causes our bone densities to drop. It drops like 2% a year, 3 years before menopause, and then that 2% every year lasts for 10, 12 years after the menopausal transition. So for all that time, you're losing 2%.
And go.
Research shows a lack of estrogen increases risk for cardiovascular disease, which is why more and more women are turning back to hormone replacement therapy, or HRT, a treatment once trusted for more than 60 years.
Is women's health neglected?
It absolutely is.
Dr. Sharon Malone practiced gynecology for more than 40 years.
And when I was going through my perimenopausal phase,
she's now chief medical advisor for the women's telehealth platform Alloy and author of Grown Woman Talk.
Hormone therapy is the most effective treatment for the symptoms of menopause.
But usage of hormone therapy plummeted in 2002. That's when the Women's Health Initiative study was released by the National Institutes of Health.
What it was looking to do was to codify whether or not hormone therapy decreased the risk of heart disease. It also had a safety stop looking at breast cancer because it wasn't clear whether or not hormones increased the risk of breast cancer.
Instead, it was cut short, with preliminary findings showing a 26% increase in breast cancer for postmenopausal women using HRT. Critics later found flaws in those findings, citing that the absolute risk ratio increase of breast cancer was just 0.08% per year.
So the study was not showing the benefit in heart disease, and there was a slight uptick in the incidence of breast cancer. It was that slight, insignificant risk of breast cancer that just made people throw away their hormones overnight.
The New England Journal of Medicine later reported with use of estrogen alone, there was a 60% lower risk in factors contributing to a heart attack. Today, only 5% of American women use HRT, less than half the number that did back in 2002. Most physicians recommend using hormones before the age of 60 or within 10 years of starting menopause.
The overwhelming majority of women, even though they think they are at risk and should not take hormone therapy, like classic one, I can't take hormone therapy because I have a family history of breast cancer. Not true. I have 2 sisters who've had breast cancer. I take hormone therapy because I realize that everyone needs to understand your risk is your risk as an individual.
I'm 54 years old, and what if I told you aging doesn't have to be so hard?
That's the message former TV journalist Tamsin Fidel is spreading.
You have enough willpower.
Through her podcast.
I think this Gen X really kind of kicked the door down and said, hey, we're suffering silently, and that's not okay. There has to be some type of solution.
Her ordeal began live and in full view at the age of 49.
I was anchoring the evening news like I did every night. Everything was fine. And then I started feeling my heart just racing. And I'd look at the teleprompter, I'd look at a word, I'd see the word, and it wouldn't come out of my mouth.
Which is why she wrote How to Menopause, a guide through symptoms, the doctor's office, and the landscape of our professional lives.
We saw a lot of women leave the workplace because they're dealing with symptoms or mental health effects of this. They're not being able to sleep, getting up to work the next day, trying to do a presentation, not being able to function, feeling so terrible you can't get yourself out of bed.
coming in hot.
For Fidel and others, it's all about creating community for women of a certain age, a mission to activate the afterglow of their feminine mystique.
Sunshine, light, and I think I want every woman to have those answers to be able to go on this journey and feel better, feel better and then feel like they can do whatever they want in this next chapter and new season. Because it is a new season. A lot changes.
What I learned more than anything is this is an individual decision each person should make with their doctors, not whether your friend does it. The doctors really need more education because they admit to you...
For hormone replacement.
No, for menopause, period.
Okay.
They say they get such a smidgen of what they need to know to be able to treat women. And there are some states across the country pushing for doctors to receive that additional education.
So many women's issues, there's not enough education and research for women out there.
Absolutely.